brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Los Angeles Lakers. The Los Angeles Lakers are an American professional basketball team based in Los Angeles. The Lakers compete in the National Basketball Association. As a member of the league's Western Conference Pacific Division, the Lakers play their home games at Staples Center, an arena shared with the NBA's Los Angeles Clippers. The Los Angeles Sparks of the Women's National Basketball Association, and the Los Angeles Kings of the National Hockey League. The Lakers are one of the most successful teams in the history of the NBA, and have won 16 NBA championships, their last being in 2010. As of 2015, the Lakers are the second most valuable franchise in the NBA according to Forbes, having an estimated value of $2.7 billion. The franchise began with the 1947 purchase of a disbanded team, the Detroit Gems of the National Basketball League. The new team began playing in Minneapolis, calling themselves the Minneapolis Lakers in honor of the state's nickname, Land of 10,000 Lakes. Initially a member of the NBL, the Lakers won the 1948 NBL championship before joining the rival Basketball Association of America, and winning 5 of the next 6 BAA and NBA championships in Minneapolis after the NBA formed in 1949. The team was propelled by center George Mikan, who was described by the NBA's official website as the league's first superstar. After struggling financially in the late 1950s following McCann's retirement, they relocated to Los Angeles before the 1960-61 season. Led by Hall of Famers Elgin Baylor and Jerry West, Los Angeles made the NBA Finals 6 times in the 1960s, but lost each series to the Boston Celtics, beginning the long and storied rivalry. In 1968, the Lakers acquired 4-time NBA Most Valuable Player Wilt Chamberlain to play center, and after losing in the finals in 1969 and 1970, they won their 6th NBA title, and first in Los Angeles, in 1972, led by new head coach Bill Sharman. After the retirement of West and Chamberlain, the team acquired another center, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who had won multiple MVP awards, but was unable to make the finals in the late 1970s. The 1980s Lakers were nicknamed Showtime due to their Magic Johnson-led fast break offense, and won 5 championships in a 9-year span, including their first ever finals championship against the Celtics in 1985. This team featured Hall of Famers in Johnson, Abdul-Jabbar, and James Worthy, and a Hall of Fame coach, Pat Riley. After Abdul-Jabbar and Johnson's retirement, the team struggled in the early 1990s before acquiring Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant in 1996. Led by O'Neal, Bryant, and another Hall of Fame coach, Phil Jackson, Los Angeles won 3 consecutive titles between 2000 to 2002, securing the franchise its second three-peat, after losing both the 2004 and 2008 NBA Finals. The Lakers won 2 more championships by defeating the Orlando Magic in 2009 and Boston in 2010. The Lakers hold the record for NBA's longest winning streak, 33 straight games, set during the 1971-72 season. 21 Hall of Famers have played for Los Angeles, while 4 have coached the team. 4 Lakers, Abdul-Jabbar, Johnson, O'Neal, and Bryant, have won the NBA MVP award for a total of 8 awards. 1947-48 and 1948-1959, beginnings of Minneapolis Dynasty. The Lakers franchise began in 1947 when Ben Berger and Morris Chalfin of Minnesota purchased the recently disbanded Detroit Gems of the National Basketball League for $15,000 from Gems owner Maury Winston. Minneapolis sports writer Sid Hartman played a key behind-the-scenes role in helping put together the deal and later the team. Inspired by Minnesota's nickname of Land of 10,000 Lakes, the team christened themselves the Lakers. Hartman helped them hire John Kundler from College of St. Thomas to be their first head coach by meeting with him and selling him on the team. The Lakers had a solid roster which featured forward Jim Pollard, playmaker Herm Schaefer, and center George Mikan, who became the most dominant player in the NBL. In their first season, they led the league with a 43-17 record. In 1948, the Lakers moved from the NBL to the Basketball Association of America, and McCann's 28.3 point per game scoring average set a BAA record. In the 1949 BAA Finals they won the championship, beating the Washington Capitals 4-2. The following season, the team improved to 51-17, repeating as champions. In the 1950-51 season, Mikan won his third straight scoring title at 28.4 ppg. And the Lakers went 44-24 to win their second straight division title. One of those games, a 19-18 loss against the Fort Wayne Pistons, became infamous as the lowest scoring game in NBA history. In the playoffs, they defeated the Indianapolis Olympians in 3 games, but lost to the Rochester Royals in the next round. During the 1951-52 season, the Lakers won 40 games, finishing second in the division. They faced the New York Knicks in the NBA Finals, which they won in 7 games. In the season, Mikan led the NBA in rebounding, averaging 14.4 rebounds per game, and was named MVP of the 1953 NBA All-Star Game. After a 48-22 regular season, the Lakers defeated the Fort Wayne Pistons in the Western Playoffs to advance to the NBA Finals. They then defeated the New York Knicks to win their second straight championship. Though Lakers star George Mikan suffered from knee problems throughout the season, he was still able to average 18 ppg. Clyde Leverett, who was drafted in 1952, helped the team win the Western Division. The team won its third straight championship in the 1950s and fifth in 6 seasons, when it defeated the Syracuse Nationals in 7 games. Following McCann's retirement in the 1954 off-season, the Lakers struggled, but still managed to win 40 games, although they defeated the Rochester Royals in the first round of the playoffs. They were defeated by the Fort Wayne Pistons in the semi-finals. Although they had losing records the next 2 seasons, they made the playoffs each year. Mikan came back for the last half of the 1955-56 season, but struggled and retired for good after the season. Led by Loverett's 20.6 points and 13.5 rebounds, they advanced to the conference finals in 1956-57. The Lakers had one of the worst seasons in team history in 1957-58. When they won a league-low 19 games, they had hired Mikan, who had been the team's general manager for the previous 2 seasons, as head coach to replace Kundler. Mikan was fired in January, when the team was 9-30, and Kundler was rehired. The Lakers earned the top pick in the 1958 NBA draft and used it to select Elgin Baylor, who was named NBA Rookie of the Year and co-MVP of the 1959 NBA All-Star Game. Averaged 24.9 ppg and 15.0 rpg, helping the Lakers improve to second in their division despite a 33-39 record. After upsetting the Hawks in 6 games in the division finals, they returned to the NBA Finals, but were swept by the Celtics, beginning the Long Rivalry. 1959 to 1968 moved to Los Angeles and Celtics rivalry. In the last year in Minneapolis, the Lakers went 25-50. On January 18, 1960, the team was coming off a loss and traveling to St. Louis when the plane crash-landed. Snowstorms had driven the pilot 150 miles off course when he was forced to land in a cornfield. No one was hurt. Their record earned them the number 2 pick in the 1960 NBA draft. The team selected Jerry West from West Virginia University. During the 1960 off-season, the Lakers became the NBA's first West Coast team when owner Bob Short decided to move the team to Los Angeles. Led by Baylor's 34.8 ppg and 19.8 rpg, Los Angeles won 11 more than the year before in West's first season. On November 15 that season, Baylor set a new NBA scoring record when he scored 71 points in a victory against the New York Knicks while grabbing 25 rebounds. In doing so, Baylor broke his own NBA record of 64 points. Despite a losing record, the Lakers made the playoffs. They came within 2 points of the NBA Finals when they lost in Game 7 of their second-round series against St. Louis. Led by Baylor and West at 38.3 and 30.8 ppg respectively, the Lakers improved to 54-26 in 1961-62 and made the finals. In a Game 5 victory, Baylor grabbed 22 rebounds and set the still-standing NBA record for points in a finals game with 61. Despite fouling out of the game, the Lakers, however, lost to the Celtics by 3 points in overtime of Game 7. Frank Selvey, after making 2 jumpers in the final 40 seconds to tie the game, missed a potential game-winning 18-foot jump shot in regulation, a miss which he said in June 2010 still haunted him more than 40 years later. Los Angeles won 53 games in 1962-63, behind Baylor's 34.0 ppg and West's 27.1 ppg, but lost in the NBA Finals in 6 games to the Celtics, after falling to 42-38, and losing in the first round of the 1964 NBA playoffs to the Hawks. The team won 49 games in 1964-65. The Lakers surged past the Baltimore Bullets in the division finals, behind West's record-setting 46.3 ppg in the series. They lost again to Celtics in the finals, however, this time in 5 games. Los Angeles lost in the finals to Boston in 7 games again in 1966, this time by 2 points. Down by 16 entering the fourth quarter, and 10 with a minute and a half to go. The Lakers mounted a furious rally in the closing moments which fell just short. After dropping to 36 wins and losing in the first round of the 1967 NBA playoffs, they lost in the finals to the Celtics again in 1968. Los Angeles moved to a brand new arena, the Forum, in 1967. After playing 7 seasons at the Los Angeles Memorial Sports Arena. 1968 to 1973, Wilt Arrives. That is considered one of the best in NBA history. On July 9, 1968, the team acquired Wilt Chamberlain from the Philadelphia 76ers for Darrell Imhoff, Archie Clark, and Jerry Chambers. In his first season as a Laker, Chamberlain set a team record by averaging a league-leading 21.1 rpg. West, Baylor, and Chamberlain each averaged over 20 points, and Los Angeles won the division. The Lakers and Celtics again met in the finals, and Los Angeles had home court advantage against Boston. For the first time in the rivalry, they won the first game behind Jerry West's 53 points, and had a 3-2 lead after 5. Boston won the series in 7 games, however, and earned their 11th NBA championship in 13 seasons. West was named the first ever Finals MVP. This remains the only time that a member of the losing team has won the award. In 1970, West won his first scoring title at 31.2 ppg. The team returned to the finals, and for the first time in 16 years, they did not have to face the Celtics, instead playing the New York Knicks, who defeated them 4-3. The next season the Lakers were defeated by the Milwaukee Bucks, led by future Laker Lou Alcindor in the Western Conference Finals. The 1971-72 season brought several changes. Owner Jack Kent Cooke brought in Bill Sharman as head coach, and Elgin Baylor announced his retirement early in the season after realizing that his legs were not healthy enough. Sharman increased the team's discipline. He introduced the concept of the shoot-around, where players would arrive at the arena early in the morning before a game to practice shots. They won 14 straight games in November and all 16 games played in December. They won 3 straight to open the year of 1972, but on January 9, the Milwaukee Bucks ended the winning streak by defeating the Lakers 120-104. By winning 33 straight games, Los Angeles set a record for longest winning streak of any team in American professional sports. The Lakers won 69 games that season, which stood as the NBA record for 24 years until the Chicago Bulls won 72 games in 1995-96. Chamberlain averaged a career-low 14.8 points, but led the league in rebounding at 19.2 a game. West's 9.7 assists per game led the league. He also averaged more than 25 points, and was named MVP of the 1972 NBA All-Star Game. The team failed to score 100 points just once all year, and at the end of the season, Bill Sharman was named Coach of the Year. The Lakers went on to reach the finals against the New York Knicks, where they would avenge their 1970 finals loss by defeating them 4-1. Chamberlain tallied 24 points and 29 rebounds in Game 5, and won the NBA Finals Most Valuable Player award, was a Laker for 9 seasons in the 1960s and 1970s, and played in 4 NBA Finals. The Lakers won 60 games in the 1972-73 NBA season, and took another Pacific Division title. Wilt Chamberlain, playing in his final season, again led the league in rebounding and set the still-standing NBA record for field goal percentage at 72.7%. The team defeated the Chicago Bulls in 7 games in the conference semi-finals, then the Golden State Warriors in 5 in the Western Division Finals. They played the New York Knicks in the 1973 NBA Finals. Los Angeles took the first game by 3 points, but New York won the series in 5 games. 1973 to 1979, building, Showtime. During the 1973-74 season, the team was hampered by the loss of West, who played only 31 games before his legs gave out. Goodrich, averaging 25.3 points, helped the team to a late-season surge, trailing the Golden State Warriors by 3 games. With 7 left to play, the Lakers rallied to finish 47-35 and win the Pacific Division. They made the playoffs, but managed just one win against Milwaukee in the conference semifinals. Following the season, West retired due to contract disagreements with Cook, and filed a suit for unpaid back wages in 1975, after missing the playoffs in the 1974-75 season. The Lakers acquired Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who had won 3 league MVPs by that time. Abdul-Jabbar wanted out of Milwaukee, demanding a trade to either New York or Los Angeles. He was traded for Elmore Smith, Brian Winters, Junior Bridgman, and Dave Myers. Abdul-Jabbar had his 4th MVP season in 1975-76, leading the league in rebounding, blocked shots, and minutes played. The Lakers struggled in January, going 3-10, and finished out of the playoffs at 40-42. West and Cook settled their differences, and the former Lakers lawsuit, and Cook hired him to replace Sharman as the team's coach. West became upset, however, when Cook refused to spend the money necessary to acquire forward Julius Erving, who the Nets were selling. Behind another MVP season from Abdul-Jabbar, Los Angeles won the Pacific Division, finishing the 1976-77 season a league best 53-29. They defeated the Warriors in a 7-game series to open the postseason before being swept by Portland in the Western Conference Finals. During the offseason, Los Angeles picked up Jamal Wilkes from Golden State and signed first-round draft pick Norm Nixon. In the first 2 minutes of the first game of the 1977-78 season, Abdul-Jabbar punched Bucks center Kent Benson for an overly aggressive elbow and broke his hand. 2 months later, a healthy Abdul-Jabbar got into an altercation with Houston Rockets center Kevin Cunnett after a rebound. The team's starting power forward, Kermit Washington, who was averaging 11.5 points and 11.2 rebounds, entered the fight. And when Rudy Tomjanovich ran in from the bench to break up the action, Washington punched him in the face. Tomjanovich nearly died from the punch, suffering a fractured skull and other facial injuries which prematurely ended his playing career. Washington, who stated that he assumed Tomjanovich was a combatant, was suspended for 2 months by the NBA, and released by the Lakers. The team won 45 games despite being down a starter in Washington and not having Abdul-Jabbar for nearly 2 months, but lost in the first round of the playoffs to Seattle. During the 1978-79 season, the team posted a 47-35 record, but lost to the Supersonics in the semi-final round of the playoffs. 1979-1991, Showtime, along with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, led the Showtime Lakers to 5 NBA titles in the 1980s. In the 1979 NBA draft, Los Angeles selected point guard Magic Johnson from Michigan State with the first overall pick. It took Johnson's teammates time to acclimate themselves to his passing ability, as his no-look passes often caught them unaware. Once they adjusted, his passing became a key part of Los Angeles' offense. The Lakers won 60 games in Johnson's rookie year, and defeated the Philadelphia 76ers in 6 games in the 1980 NBA Finals. Johnson won the Finals MVP award, after starting at center for the injured Abdul-Jabbar in Game 6, and tallying 42 points, 15 rebounds, and 7 assists. The team fell off in the 1980-81 season, though, as the Lakers lost Johnson for most of the season to a knee injury. The team turned in a 54-28 record, and finished second behind the Phoenix Suns in the Pacific Division. The Rockets, led by Moses Malone, defeated Los Angeles in the first round of the playoffs. Early in the 1981-82 season, Johnson complained to the media about head coach Paul Westhead and demanded a trade. Westhead was fired shortly after Johnson's criticisms, and although Lakers owner Jerry Buss stated that Johnson's comments did not factor into the decision, Johnson was vilified by the national media and booed both on the road and at home. Buss promoted assistant coach Pat Riley to co-head coach with Jerry West on November 19, and the team won 17 of its next 20 games. Nicknamed Showtime due to the team's new Johnson-led fast-break offense, the Lakers won the Pacific Division title and swept both the Suns and Spurs in the 1982 playoffs. Los Angeles stretched its postseason winning streak to 9 games by taking the first contest of the NBA Finals from the 76ers. The team won the Finals 4-2 to finish a 12-2 playoff run. On draft night in 1982, the Lakers had the first overall pick and selected James Worthy from North Carolina. The Lakers won the Pacific Division at 58-24, but Worthy suffered a leg injury in the last week of the season and missed the rest of the season. Nevertheless, they advanced to play Philadelphia in the 1983 NBA Finals after defeating Portland and San Antonio. The Sixers, however, won the series and the championship in 4 games. After the season, West replaced Sharman as the team's GM. In the 1983-84 season, Los Angeles went 54-28 and played Boston in the finals for the first time since 1969. The Lakers won 2 of the first 3 games. However, Kevin McHale's hard clothesline foul of Lakers forward Kurt Rambis on a fast break is credited as a turning point of the series. Boston won 3 of the next 4 to win the title and send Los Angeles record to 0-8 in finals series against the Celtics. Using the past year's finals defeat as motivation, the team won the Pacific Division for the 4th straight year and lost just 2 games in the Western Conference playoffs. In the NBA Finals, the Celtics were again the Lakers' final hurdle. Los Angeles lost Game 1 of the NBA Finals by a score of 148-114. In what is remembered as the Memorial Day Massacre, the Lakers, behind 38-year-old Finals MVP Abdul-Jabbar, recovered to defeat the Celtics in 6 games. The team won the title in the Boston Garden, becoming the only visiting team to ever win an NBA championship there, in the Lakers' Game 7 victory over the Pistons in the 1988 NBA Finals. In the 1985-86 season, the Lakers started 24-3 and went on to win 62 games and their 5th straight division title. The Rockets, however, defeated the Lakers in 5 games in the Western Conference Finals. Houston won the series when Ralph Sampson hit a 20-foot jumper as time expired in Game 5 at the Forum. Prior to the 1986-87 season, the Lakers moved AC Green into the starting lineup and acquired Michael Thompson from the Spurs. Johnson won his first career MVP award while leading the Lakers to a 65-17 record, and Michael Cooper was named NBA Defensive Player of the Year. Before the season, Riley had made the decision to shift the focus of the offense to Johnson over the 40-year-old Abdul-Jabbar. The Lakers advanced to the NBA Finals by sweeping the Nuggets, defeating the Warriors in 5 games, and sweeping the Supersonics in the Western Conference Finals. The Lakers defeated Boston in the first 2 games of the finals, and the teams split the next 4 games, giving Los Angeles their second championship in 3 seasons. The series was highlighted by Johnson's running, baby hook, shot to win Game 4 at Boston Garden. With 2 seconds remaining, Johnson was named the NBA Finals MVP, in addition to regular season MVP. At the Lakers' championship celebration in Los Angeles, coach Riley Brashley declared that Los Angeles would repeat as NBA champions, which no team had done since the 1968-69 Boston Celtics. Looking to make good on Riley's promise in the 1987-88 season, the Lakers took their 7th consecutive Pacific Division title with a 62-20 record. They swept the Spurs in the first round of the Western Conference Finals before pulling out a tough 7-game series win over the Utah Jazz led by youngsters Karl Malone and John Stockton. A 7-game Western Conference Finals win over the Dallas Mavericks propelled the Lakers to the NBA Finals once again. In their 7th trip to the Finals in 9 years, they met the Detroit Pistons. Los Angeles would take the series in 7 games, and James Worthy's Game 7 triple-double earned him a Finals MVP award. The win marked their 5th title in 9 years, but would also mark their last title until 2000. In the 1988-89 season, Los Angeles won 57 games, and their 8th consecutive Pacific Division crown. They swept through the playoffs, defeating Portland, Seattle, and Phoenix. In 8th trip to the NBA Finals in 10 years, they once again faced the Detroit Pistons. Hampered by injuries to Byron Scott and Johnson, the Lakers were swept by Detroit. Following the 1989 Finals, on June 28, 1989, after 20 professional seasons, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar announced his retirement. The Lakers still cruised through the Pacific Division, winning their 9th consecutive division crown with a 63-19 record. However, after beating the Rockets in the first round, they lost 4 games to 1 in the second round of the playoffs to the Suns. Riley announced he was stepping down after the season, citing burnout, and was replaced by Mike Dunleavy. Riley's departure received a mixed reaction from the players. They respected his contributions, but some, such as Worthy and Scott, had grown tired of his intense practices and felt he tried to take too much credit for the team's successes. Following the season, 1987 Defensive Player of the Year winner Michael Cooper decided to play in Europe and was waived. At his request, the 1990-91 Lakers failed to win the Pacific Division for the first time in 10 years, but still finished with a 58-24 record. After cruising through the Western Conference playoffs, the Lakers found themselves in the NBA Finals once again, their 9th trip to the Finals in 12 years. The 1991 Finals represented a changing of the guard as the Lakers were defeated in 5 games by the Chicago Bulls, led by superstar Michael Jordan. Thank you for watching. Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Please like and subscribe below. Please like and subscribe below.